Hi everyone, I'm Ken O'Bannon. Welcome to my home. You know, I've always enjoyed cooking, but what I really love is to create. Be it something that's a classic dish that I make some changes to make it my own, or something that no one's ever made. You know, when friends come over for dinner, they never know what I'm going to make, but they know it's probably something they've never had. So their question is always, what's Ken cooking? And that's when it becomes a challenge. I love to invite friends over, which I already have, then go to the market, find out what's out there, what's fresh, what's available, and create something that's never been made. So that's what we're going to find out now. What's Ken cooking? Let's go. When I talked to my friends, they said the one thing they'd really like to have is some seafood. So I went to the local seafood market, and I got to tell you, the whole way to the market, I was thinking I would get some jumbo lump crab meat and do something special. When I got there, $44 a pound. You might want to pay $44 a pound. I'm not paying $44 a pound. So I looked around and got a great deal on these delicious sea scallops. Fresh, tender, they're going to be great. I want to point out to you though, these scallops were U20s. That's 20 or less to the pound. That's how they're sized. Like all seafood sold by the count. Even within that, you're going to get some variance. You can see here a very large scallop, and in the same container, a smaller scallop. Both great scallops. The problem is if I cook these at the same time, the small one's going to be tough and overcooked. So try to select uniform and consistent sized shellfish when you buy it in seafood to cook it. Another option is to go with a bay scallop, or calico scallop as they're called, which are much smaller. They're caught in the bay and they're very, very sweet. An excellent scallop, but like all scallops in seafood, be careful not to overcook it. Now you might want to know the structure of a scallop. Inside of these, it's like thousands of little straws running up and down. So anytime you're marinating or cooking these scallops, you want to feed the juices and the flavor through the ends. Now that we got the scallops selected, I was off to the other market to find the produce and found some wonderful local corn. So let's look at the corn and start cooking. What I found was this wonderful, sweet, white local corn. Cut it from the cob, save the milk, and what we're going to do is make kind of our version of a cream corn, but not like any cream corn you've ever had. I've taken a pan, we're going to add some butter, I'm going to add the fresh white corn, dice some real sweet red onion. Not only beautiful color, but nice flavor. And what we want to do is cook this down. We're sauteing the onion and cooking the corn down on a high heat for about 5 minutes and let that corn get cooked and start to bring the starches out and sweeten up that onion a little. In the interim, I'm going to go ahead and fry some tortillas. What I've done is I've cut some irregular strips of blue corn and red pepper tortillas. And we're going to quick fry these in some hot oil. Add just enough cream so that it gets saucy. Keep in mind this corn has starch that's going to cook out of it, so it will thicken up the cream. This is half and half. We want to turn that down so we don't burn the cream. And then we're going to season it up. A little cilantro. A little salt. Fresh cracked pepper. And the secret ingredient, chipotle chili seasoning. Chipotle seasoning has got a very heavy smoky overtone. So when you mix it into food, you get this smooth smokiness that keeps the chili from overpowering. You just want to mix that in. You can see where it looks just a little soupy. Okay, the corn's ready, the tortilla's out. Next I'm going to go ahead and prepare the scallops. I've taken and whipped some egg whites, and then I've got some Italian-style breadcrumbs that are already pre-seasoned. And what I'm going to do is take the scallops, put them in the egg wash. You want to drain as much off as you can. Put them in the breadcrumbs. What I like to do is take my other hand, since this one's already wet, put the breading on, place the scallops in the oil and butter. And these are just going to take a couple of minutes to cook, so we want to keep an eye on these. Oh, look at those. You can see how the breading on that is real light. So when you bite into it, it won't taste like an onion ring, you know, with all that thick breading on it. Just want it real light and delicate. So now we're going to do the spinach. I'm going to add a little olive oil to the pan. A little bit of butter for flavor. I'm going to add a little garlic. Then I've got some sweet Maya onions. Add those. We want to let that cook for just a minute till those get tender. Real quickly, I'm just going to put this spinach in here. I'm going to add the spinach leaves. A little sea salt. Love sea salt. Cracked pepper. That's on a really high temperature. You can see how quickly they're shrinking up. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our spinach. We're going to put that right in the center of the plate. Nice bright green color. We're going to take our chipotle, smoked corn sauce, or cream corn if you want to call it. Not only is this going to be a good contrast of flavor, but color as well. It's going to be real pretty. I want to place our scallops. I'm going to take another one of my secret ingredients, lemon curd. Very distinct flavor. Crystallized ginger. Now you can get this in a bottle in smaller pieces like this, or you can buy it in bulk. I want to put one little treasure on each of these scallops. A lot of times that ginger will go to the bottom and it'll be in the very last bite. It's excellent. I want to put a little bit of the fresh chopped red onion for color, some little wedges of tomato for texture on that plate, blue corn, and red chili tortilla. Beautiful. Enjoy. Now I love Southwestern food and I love that chipotle spice, but you might not. Now my friends might not either. So what I've done is take the liberty to do two more different dishes using the same sea scallops, but I think you'll enjoy them. Here's two options. The first one I did is more of an Italian dish. Angel hair pasta, sauteed black olives, green olives, some nice slices of garlic, and a little pine nuts. Top that with fresh chopped cilantro. Pesto sauce, prosciutto ham, sun-dried tomato, fresh shredded Parmesan. You'll love it. Delicious dish. The second one, a little richer, what I did was to take a veal demi-glace. From there, make a mushroom sauce with mushrooms and shallots. I've taken a mushroom cap, sauteed, put a little St. Andre cheese. Now this is a very soft, pungent cheese that almost tastes like butter. Topped it with capers, fresh string beans that have been sauteed in tomato, a little pine nut, and a little garlic. I think you'll enjoy them all. Now's when the fun really begins, and that's when I get to share these scallops with my friends and see what they think. Remember three things. 1, be creative. 2, don't be afraid to try new things and new ingredients. And most importantly, have fun. And until next time, come back and find out what's Ken cooking. So what do you think? How's it look?
It is great. So I love mine.
Yours is the Italian.
Yeah.
That's got some pesto and angel hair.